Here's from Bala, a VIP member. Bala. It's the age of disclosure. Official trailer. The age of disclosure. What does that mean? What does that even mean here? Let's check this out.
The American people are ready to receive the truth.
Okay. Tell us about your husband. Dude, I know that there's got to be some crazy thing going on here, man. It is about time. I think all of us know there's aliens. There's got to be aliens, man. Could you imagine if we were all alone? And we've been broadcasting our signal out there since the 50s, which is about the dumbest thing that you can do. I remember when I learned the story about NASA making that gold disc, that disc, and they launched that satellite out there, and it was like, hello, everyone. Hello. Hey, everyone. Hi. Hey, hi. Like, don't do that shit. That was the dumbest thing you could ever do. Like, when I heard that story, put a 1 in here if you also felt that way. Like, do you guys remember learning about NASA emitting this signal and putting I don't know what the satellite's name was, but they launched a satellite out there, and they literally have like the coordinates, all the languages, the things that we watch, everything that human species is, the DNA, everything. Like, hey, just put it all out there. Could you imagine doing that? That's like your neighbor. Like if you had a new neighbor move in next to you, and they come knocking on your door, they give you like the carrot cake. They tell you about their life. They say, hey, by the way, I'm size 34 on my pants. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that. Yeah, Voyager. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you.
Yes, sir. You're not gonna hate me.
He got it. Yes! Voyager, but the golden disc that's like the key to everything that is Earth. Like, of course we have aliens visiting now because we broadcasted ourselves out there, man. We got to be careful with this stuff. Of course, like I could imagine that much space out there and we're all alone. That would be the saddest thing. That would be the saddest thing in the world. Some people think we're all alone and there's no aliens and stuff. I just can't. I can't imagine it. There's too much variety. There's too much out there for us to be alone. Put a 1 if you think there are aliens, and a 2 if you think we're all alone. I'm curious. I want to see in chat also if you're watching on YouTube. Put a 1 if you think there's aliens, a 2 if you think we're alone. I'm just very curious what people. Okay, aliens. Daft is kind of mixed. Alien, a lot of aliens, a lot of people here. We have a very large sci-fi audience, so maybe we're a little bit biased. But Finger says 2. Interesting fingers. I wouldn't expect you. Betty says 2. Wow. Okay, so there's people that think we're alone too. I don't know with that much space out there if we are. DY says 2. Okay, we got a good mix of 1s and 2s here. Just interesting. Oh no, I'm saying if you think they exist or not. So you're a 1 fingers. So you're 1 fingers, not 2 fingers. You're 1 fingers. You're a finger.
Humanity is not the only intelligence in the universe.
Humanity is not the only intelligent species.
We are absolutely not alone.
Non-human intelligence exists.
UAPs are real, they're here, and they're not human. I spent 25 years as a senior official with the CIA.
Which is scary because the whole thing that I get from this guy is I can't take him seriously. I'm just getting this vibe from this dude. Like he's over enthusiastically not believable. I don't know if anybody's reading that from this gentleman here. And I can't even believe that this guy was head of the CIA, but like already feeling like this man isn't even real. Like, you know what I think? I think this is a skinwalker. I think there's an alien underneath this man's skin.
Human.
Yeah.
I spent 25 years.
He's so not human that like I just smell alien.
Years as a senior official with the CIA.
I worked on highly classified.
Also an alien. Like this guy, also an alien. Like I feel like all the aliens are getting together and they're like, okay, let's just tell them now. Let's just tell them. Like, and they're all heads of state. They're all heads of intelligence agencies. Like all the aliens right now are just like, hey, you know what? Let's just let the cat out of the bag and tell these dumb monkeys. Let's just tell them now. Okay. All right. Let's put on the costumes. Let's do it. All right, Fred, get out there and let them know. Get out there and let them know,
28
guys.
years as an astrophysicist.
Another alien and another alien. All these guys are
served
aliens.
as the 4th Director of National Intelligence.
I mean, this is a Dorfwafel, like from planet Zarfron, right? A Dorfwafel because you could tell what like you can tell that skin over a Dorfwafel.
He's Director of Aviation Security in the National
Also an alien. I mean, like these guys aren't guys. These are not humans. These are all aliens.
Security Council.
The 1-star admiral after 32 years of service.
People that come forward with this, I feel like they've taken their life in their own hands.
I was recruited to a highly sensitive government program that investigated unidentified aerial phenomenon.
For over 16 years, on behalf of the U.S. government, I worked as a senior intelligence official on the unidentified aerial phenomenon topic.
We learned that the U.S. government was involved in a long-running secret war with other nations to collect and reverse engineer vehicles not made by humans.
I have seen with my own eyes non-human craft and non-human beings.
So look at that thing. It's rotating. There's a whole fleet of them.
Hold on. Homeboy says, I have seen not only the craft, but I've seen the aliens. Like, I've literally seen them. And he says it in such a calm manner. It's like, dude, you saw aliens, man. I would be shouting this shit from, I would look like a madman. I wouldn't be able to compose myself.
So look at that thing. It's rotating. There's a whole fleet of them.
The first country that cracks the code on this technology will be the leader for years to come.
China has established its own version of a UAP task force.
You think for a second that they wouldn't consider using it to achieve their ends of domination?
This is similar to the
Okay, so now we get back into like monkeys fighting monkeys again. Like, you know, the thing is like if we got to the point, like maybe just possibly, this could be, you know, this is speculation, but possibly the aliens are seeing that we're completely out of control with the tech. With AI, and maybe we're just like the best entertainment that they've ever had in their entire life. They're like, wow, watch these monkeys as they blow themselves up, right? Like, let's have a great show here. It's like going to the movies.
Manhattan Project. This is the atomic weapon on steroids.
We can't think in our monkey brains that actually, you know, aliens would come down to like stop and halt all this shit. And then eventually, instead of us worrying about Russia and us worrying about China and them worrying about us, that we might actually unify. The sad thing about the state of humanity is the only way that you would have a collective peace is when we're engaged in a war against a complete different species trying to wipe us off on the face of the fucking earth. The only time that we can actually unite is when we're as a species are in jeopardy. Like, you're not going to care about all the differences in government. You're not going to care about all the bullshit racism that people get into and the ignorance that is that. Everybody will finally unite together. Why? Because we want to fight the lizard people from X-Clone 5. You know what I'm saying?
So like, secret. Very few people in our entire government have been allowed access to it.
Even presidents have been operating on a need-to-know basis, but that begins to ramp out of control.
It's not. What, wasn't Trump supposed to come in and tell us everything about Kennedy and everything about UFOs? And wasn't he supposed to expose all this stuff and just say it the way that it was? I'm pretty sure that was going to happen. What happened to that?
Acceptable to have secret parts of government that.
I want him to fulfill the promise. Just get on TV and be like, "Yep, they're real," or "No, they're not." Like that. That's all it takes. Like 5 seconds. Just tell us. You know. Complete that mission for us, sir. Can you please get on TV and fulfill the promise? What, you know, can you say like UFOs are real? I've looked at the files. UFOs are fantastic. They're fantastic.
No one ever sees.
You better be careful about a government that doesn't trust its people, because there's no telling what they'll pull on you.
It's almost like him not doing that is almost like an admission that is actually real, because probably somebody else in the room is like, okay, sir, you can't actually get on national TV and tell people that there are aliens. I can't. you know, like it's probably what happened is he's like, oh shit.
This is the biggest discovery in human history.
You had information being locked away that could change the trajectory for species.
Okay. It's getting so deep. It's getting so deep here. Oh my goodness. I got to pull out of this one. All right. Who put that in there? That was Bala. Bala. I mean, dude, we got an alien there. We also are going to give you a Space Invaders emoticon, which is awesome. Alien Space Invaders emoticon. Look, that already has a thumbs up from somebody. From Zero. Zero gave it a thumbs up. You guys are awesome. By the way, if you are wondering what the show is, so am I.
Just like I should. I got coffee in my cup. Got coffee in my cup, yeah.